Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well and getting ready for the weekend. This time it's a sort of a vlog, but it's not a rant or anything as such. Just say I caught in the news very recently, that you might have caught as well, and it does pose a sort of moral dilemma for the individual. I'll start just gently really. If you saw some money on the floor, would you pick it up or would you hand it into the police station? Now with me, it sort of like varies in sort of like degrees. If I saw like 20p on the floor, I'd probably pocket that. Unless there's anyone around, it's a bit embarrassing bending over and picking up for 20p. But if I saw a pound, yep, that I'll take that. What about a bit higher? Well, if I saw a note, like a £5 note or a £10 note fluttering in the wind, I'd certainly chase that down the road and do that. But, you know, if it was a bundle of money in an elastic band, then I'd probably hand that in. That's quite important. And it goes without saying, if the money was found in a wallet or a purse, then, yeah, I'd hand that in straight away. Some people might pocket it, but not me. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that because that could be someone's rent money or they need that for food and stuff. So where does that take me out to? Let's scale it up a little bit. What about if you're out walking your dog, if you've got a dog, and you find £50 million? Oh, how would you find £50 million? I hear you ask. It's not doable. Well, this takes me on to this news item that I found. Essentially, there was this woman in Great Yarmouth in the UK, where I live, but not in Great Yarmouth. Yeah, the story's there, I'm not there. Let's get that straight. She's walking her dog along the beach, and she come along across 10 sports holdalls held together by a rope that are floated in via the tide. They've been floated by plastic containers tied round them as a sort of like float or a buoy to bring them in. And within these holdalls was crack cocaine. To the street value, they say, of £50 million. Now, this is a bit, just to equate how much of this stuff there is, that weighs, I've written it down somewhere here, 360 kilograms. So it's quite a lot then, quite a lot equivalent to bags of cement. So you can't shift this quite quickly. It's in a number of holdalls. Now, these haven't just been washed up on one beach that this woman come across. There was Castor Beach, Hopton Beach and Keslington Beach, this Class A drug. And apparently there's a chance that more might get washed ashore. So this is some sort of a drug smuggling operation that's gone a bit wrong. It's going to cost the criminal organisation £50 million. Now, if you come across those sports holdalls, would you actually hand those in, report to the police, or would you try and take one? I hate to say it, folks, but I really don't know what I'd do. It seems like some plot of Train Spotting or something, where you take the holder and try and sell it to Mr. Big for some cut down a price. Now, I've got no contact for that sort of thing. That goes without saying. But I'd like to hope I'd report it to the police. But yeah, let's just say I would. Would you? 50 million. How would you? Even if you could, oh no, I'm talking like it's real now. Even if I could sell it for 1 million, I'd be quite pleased with that. £1 million, and then they'd make 49 million. Now, Great Yarmouth, I don't know where these drugs have come from at all, but some criminal organisation there. But the woman walking her dog, in her 70s, I believe, she did report it to the police, which is the right thing to do. So well done to her. Well done to her. It makes me think. I mean, what else might wash up? There was a thing a few years ago where lots of Lego was washing up on the British shores. And this has come essentially from big tankers of bringing in goods. And when there's been a heavy storm, one of the boxes has fallen overboard or hasn't been strapped down well, decayed in the oceans and the waves, and then the contents have gradually come ashore. Now, when there was the Lego fiasco, there was people going down to the shore because Lego's quite expensive for kids, and just going up and down the beach looking for other stuff that are washed up, like Lego bricks and stuff. So that's fair enough. That's quite harmless because apparently through you can claim that as your own if it washes up on the beach. But scale that up to cocaine. how many people now, unsavoury people, are going to be walking up and down that beach on the off chance a package washed ashore that contains cocaine? That whether they take cocaine or whether they can sell it on, it's going to be ridiculous. Now, it's very cold at the moment. There's no real sense to be on a beach in the UK in February. There's just been a bit of snow recently also. So these people, the police come along and say, hey you, why are you loitering around this beach? And they'll have to say something like, I'm sunbathing. So they'll be in their swimming trunks or bathing costume like that. And they'll have to try and convince them that they're there for legitimate purposes. I don't think any police force are going to sort of like buy that. So if you want to get down to Great Yarmouth, then prepare for pneumonia. That's all I can say, really. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of tankers going across the world each day with packages falling over the side. Not always Class A drugs, to be honest with you. But there was another story, this is going back probably about 20 years, where there was a tanker that was transporting rubber toys, and in rough weather it sunk or broke up or something, and there's apparently 20,000 rubber ducks that went off floating in the oceans, and occasionally they might turn up, washing up on shores of various countries, and it really has taught scientists about the ocean currents around the world. So that's quite interesting. But you can imagine, can't you, if the human race died out and aliens found the Earth, there's no trace of any humans, but then there's a big 4-mile trail of yellow rubber ducks going around, and they think, hang on a minute, this is a bit weird, this place. A very surreal place indeed. So this criminal organisation, getting back to the drugs, have lost minimum 50 million. I mean, is this something they normally do? Like smuggling drugs into the country, but floating it with containers. So people must intercept it on boats beforehand, mustn't they? Very, very odd. So I don't know what's going to happen to this drugs. I'd imagine it's either going to get burned or turn up at the police Christmas party. No, it's going to get burnt, isn't it? They wouldn't do that. So yeah, getting back to my dilemma that I said at the beginning of there, 50 million. So what's the minimum? What's the minimum you would pocket before you actually start reporting it to the police? It's a bit of a moral dilemma. As I said, for me, coins I would take those, because I figure essentially I'm probably losing that money anyway without knowing about it. So when I sit down on the bus with a pocket full of change, a £1 coin might fall out every now and again, or 10 pence go between the seats and I never know, or I'm in the supermarket, pull out my wallet and a 10p goes rolling underneath a cabinet and I never see that again. So I'm thinking that sort of thing marries up. But it's not really a case that I put my wallet out and 50 million pounds of cocaine goes under a cabinet, because I'm not that sort of dude and my pockets aren't big enough. So what would you say? Are you the same as me, or would you just keep it the whole time? Let me know. Excellent. So it was a bit different this week, wasn't it? Yep, so have a good weekend. Tomorrow, a Spectrum game will go up on the channel, and then an Amiga game. You might have noticed we seem to be every day now videos going up, so we increase the Spectrum by 1. We'll see how that goes. Look forward to hearing your comments about that if you've got any. And until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.